Hello, beautiful, and welcome back to my channel, Imperfectly Unfolding. Today, we're going to discuss about a different way of self-care that incorporates joy into your life. We've been delving into personal development issues that help us look back into our past wounds, but sometimes it's really good. We all need a break from those sort of heavy topics and focus on something that is lighter, that brings us joy. And so today I decided to talk about self-care. Now, for a long time, self-care has been described as, taking the time to focus on yourself by doing things like taking a nice bubble bath, with candles lit, going on a shopping spree, or going to the spa. And those are really good. But what I'd like to make you think about today is tapping into our inner child and bringing playfulness into self-care. So what is or who is our inner child? Our inner child is that young, innocent, and playful part of us that we all experienced when we were children. And as life moved on, responsibilities, tasks, and other things started piling up. And as we moved into adulthood, these responsibilities became even more, added on to things like paying bills and worrying about your job, and having all those things kept piling up, one thing after another. And so we end up finding ourselves taking some time for ourselves by plopping ourselves in front of the television and just watching a show and then going to bed. Or you've been taking care of your children, and by the time you've put them to bed, you're pretty exhausted and you don't really have that much time for yourself. But in order to bring joy to ourselves in terms of self-care, I think we have to make time for ourselves. So just as it is important for you to schedule in your day time for making a meal, exercising, and things like that, I think it's equally important for us to schedule some time just for ourselves to do something that brings us joy. Now, it may not be possible to do this every day, but I encourage you to find a little bit of time, even if it's 10 minutes or 5 minutes of just doing something spontaneous. Psychologists like Carl Jung have stressed about the importance of turning back to our inner child so that we can remember that past innocence and playfulness and bring that more into our lives. Why does playfulness in self-care help? Especially when you're trying to overcome so many challenges and experiences that have been negative, that's been going on in your life. Whether you've experienced those negative issues or whether it's just the daily challenges, playfulness in self-care is just so healing. It's really like a medicine for your soul. And so that's what this video is about today. Now, I remember a while ago, it started raining here, and there were I could hear the big drops hitting the roof, and in the spur of the moment, I kicked off my shoes and I ran outside and I just started twirling in the rain. And it felt so good. It felt liberating. I felt like I was 5 years old again. And I came back into the house and I was laughing and I was dripping, with rain water on me. And my husband thought I'd lost it, but he could see that I was giddy as a child just because of spending, a minute or two twirling in the rain. So that's the kind of spontaneous playfulness, soul self-care that I'm talking about. Now, you may not be eager to do that, but I highly encourage you to try it out one day and just let that playful child wake up inside of you and take you outside and just twirl in the rain. The other thing is that when we look at children, they don't even give it a second thought. They just jump in a puddle in the spur of the moment, or they'll run around barefoot and they laugh like so hard until their belly hurts. And we've had some of those experiences, like you could be hanging out with your friends and you all laugh so much at jokes or whatever it is that it just makes you feel so good. But I want you to encourage to put this into a more of a routine. And we're the ones who are responsible for creating that joy in our lives. Joy isn't going to come to you and say, hey, I'm here, let's do this. No, you've got to say, you know what? I deserve it. My soul needs it. And even if you're feeling a bit down, just doing something like that will get those endorphins flowing and just make you feel good. And so here are a few ways that you could ignite that inner child inside of you and just let him or her shine. So one, you could do the dancing in the rain. The other thing you could do is just put on some music and dance like nobody's watching you. Just do it for a few minutes. Whatever really, the kind of music that really ignites you. The third thing you could try is just coloring. Today, there are so many adult coloring books that you can just sit down for 5 minutes, and it's just, if you're the artistic type who enjoys that kind of stuff, then go for that. If you're a creative type, you could try different crafts, that don't take too much time. My girlfriend taught me how to do paw painting. And so we did it in her garage and we had so much fun because when we watched a short little video showing us how to do it, it looked so easy. We were like, oh yeah, that's easy, we can do it. And of course it wasn't, but it didn't stop us. And so we tried and we made our creations of paw painting. And so you can try things that you're passionate about. And you could try just doodling, you could try, there's so many things, and that's what I want to do, is to make you just think of something that resonates with you, that would give you some joy in a moment. If you've got more time and you can schedule it, like even if it's once a week on the weekend, join a dance club. Go learn how to tango. Go learn how to salsa. Join any kind of group that ignites that passion within you. Bird watching is another beautiful way to connect to your soul. I'm lucky to live in a place where we have so many birds, so sometimes I just enjoy sitting outside, no phone, but just watching and listening to the birds, and it truly does uplift my soul, and it just makes me feel so connected with nature, with Mother Earth. And so I think that's really important, because our day-to-day lives are so set in routine, and a lot of it is just, the automatic things we have to do every day. We have to go to work, we have to pay bills, we have to take care of children, we have to, worry about what's going on politically, economically, all over the world. And sometimes that can be quite heavy. If you have a musician in your family, let them play an instrument and just listen and feel the beats of the drums or whatever it is instrument that they're playing. If you have a passion for music, maybe buy a small instrument that you could practice and play with. It doesn't mean you have to be perfect. You're doing it for yourself, after all. And so this is the video I wanted to make today, to challenge you and to encourage you to try a different form of self-care that truly nourishes your soul and not just your body. So let me know in the comments when you try something new, if you're going to try something new, and what that is. And I'll see you in the next video. I hope you have a playful day. But for now, from my heart to yours, have a wonderful day. Bye.